Welcome everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is a twin flame read I did last night. And let's see, I cut the SIRIAN Starseed deck at 238, which is the High Priestess, and the 38. And I wanted to bring up the fact that this read is all about the Queen of Cups. And it was so perfect for me. My daughter's birthday is today. It's Pi Day, by the way. And yeah, she's all over the place. The deck was cut at 238, and that was not on purpose. The cards in the numbers in the read were only 3, 8, and 10. That was it. So 38 of the Queen of Cups and 10 of the Wheel of Fortune, which is perfect. Also, the Queen of Cups was one of the court cards in the read, and she is also the last clarifying card in the read up here. Okay, so it's all about the Queen of Cups. She's in the middle of the read, and so it's the SIRIAN Starseed deck was cut at 238. 2 is the High Priestess, 38 is the Queen of Cups. And also it's the new moon energy. We just went into the new moon yesterday. Today is Pi Day. And this read was done for today. The read was completed at 3:03 to 4, which is the Empress and the Emperor. And again, the 3 of the Empress. That can be the 30 of the Union as well, and the 3 of the Empress and Emperor. The major arcana in this read were Hanging Man, Chariot, Strength, Indigo, which is the Magician in the SIRIAN Starseed deck. Before the read, we had Transition, and after the read was the Shadow. Transition is the Death card in this deck. We had 1 sword, 4 cups, and 2 pentacles. There were no wands in this read. The King of Swords and the Queen of Cups were in the read, as well as the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Cups. So the King and Queen of Cups, the King of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. And before the read, the Queen of Pentacles also came up. After the read, the Page of Cups came up. And again, like I told you, the only numbers in the read were 3, 8, and 10. That was it. The code line was all about patience and rebirth. And the numbers in the code line was only the number 8. Yes, just the 8. Okay, and so for those of you not familiar with my reads, this is a 7-deck read for the Twin Flames. It is the SIRIAN Starseed deck is the main deck. We have the Mini Rider-Waite, the Romance Angels, Tarot of Sexual Magic, the Numerology deck, the Gilded Tarot, and the Universal Golden Tarot, all as clarifying decks. I also pull oracle cards at the end. It's a lot of energy on the table. If something doesn't resonate with you, don't force it to fit. This is a general read for everybody. If you want something more personal, my information is below and on my website, twinflames3344.com. I also have a CD out there called Ashes, Twin Towers to Twin Flames by Evelyn Stainthorpe, if you want to check it out. That has my music. The last 7 songs were written on my Twin Flame journey. The first 4 songs were written around the time of the Twin Towers, the first time I actually went into the music studio to record. And that was actually the week of 9/11. So, yeah. And if you want to make a donation, the PayPal button is below. All my information is below. And yeah, thank you for sharing your time with me as well. If you do like the video, make sure to share it and like and subscribe and share. YouTube is unsubscribing people sometimes, so make sure to resubscribe if you want the notifications. And so here we go with this read. The code line was all about patience and rebirth. And like I said, the number on the code line was all about the number 8, which is strength, but it's also the dance between the masculine and feminine within. And of course, it's the infinity symbol, but upright. The unending flow. It's the sine wave going back and forth, and the kundalini. Okay, so it's representative of all of those things. And it's also 2 of the Jesus fish coming together. So it's all around patience and rebirth. And the messages coming up from the code line today were to say editor-in-chief. So are you at the top of your game? Being a key to the nth degree in one of 2 support system of the 8, the dance between the masculine and the feminine. Sagittarius was coming up here, but also that represents SAG, which is union. The Hanging Man, the Knight being the warrior knight, but also the night as opposed to day. the energy of being good at something, adept, and the I am that I am, the I am presence, being patient in this rebirth. SAE was coming up, and being in research, I was at University of Penn. SAE is sudden adverse event. So however you take that, the chakra system and the cat being key to the nth degree, 1 of 28, which is the twin flames, the choice of path, and the union of the hanged man after death test, which again is Easter's coming up with Jesus and hanging on the cross. The twin flames are the Mary Magdalene and Jesus template. The hanging man after death test of source, patience, and rebirth. And rebirth in the numerology deck is the same energy as the tower moment, which can be epiphanies as well. The union of the bridge, and ACTV was coming up. So that can be a lot of different things, but also alternating currents. Atlantic City was coming up for me, but TV regarding telepathic vision. It also comes up for Venice Public Transport Authority. But coming up, this bridging, the union bridge to the nth degree, 1 of 2 support system of the 8 in the dance between the masculine and feminine, hanging out, night 1, in patience and rebirth. That cat to the nth degree in the support dance, the sagging hanging man, right? Because hanging is the same as sagging. The sagging hanging man, and also people, that could be wounds coming up about aging and sagging. The sagging hanging man after death, ESP being key in the I am that I am, being patient and in the rebirthing process. So also wounds were coming up yesterday about wounds on ships, and the deaths at sea, all of those long trips from Europe to the United States, and all the people, and no matter where the destination was, just the deaths and the prisoners and the seasickness and the lost at sea, all of those kind of energies were coming up. And as we go, I think there were some more wounds coming up that, weren't really obvious before. And that wasn't a specific one that's come up before. So the King of Swords reversed is the first card in the underlying energy here. And then we have the clarifiers on top. And beneath the King of Swords reversed in the underlying energies was Transition reversed, which is the Death card. Queen of Pentacles upright. 8 of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Cups upright. And then 2 of Wands upright, which is the twin flames. Literally, it's 2 flames in this deck. So with Transition reversed and resisting the end, the Queen of Pentacles overworking on self-love and new love, the twin flames, the choice of path, with the King of Swords reversed, perhaps not in his truth, and the temptation or Capricorn waving hello in a split. Perhaps divided, but needing truth here, around deception, or at the new moon, implementing a plan to receive a big love from healing, forgiving, and breaking patterns. With Justice, Divorce, and or Libra upright, Scorpio reversed, Capricorn upright, Cancer reversed, and Libra upright here. The message here with the Page of Wands upright, the Page of Swords, of the 10 of Pentacles reversed, family, business, or community, dysfunction or loss, and the Knight of Cups reversed, rejected by the old man, or old man feeling rejected, as the Knight of Cups reversed may be jealous of the Empress, whose world is complete, withholding time, money, and effort, finding peace or traveling to come together with friends or family, or cruising together, or making plans, especially girlfriends coming up here, or someone passed away, and a few may be discussing a trip now that they have money to do so. But there's definitely a coming together here. So the Knight of Cups reverse could be jealousy coming up of the Empress, or it could be jealousy of the Empress herself, but she's upright here and feeling complete. So someone or somebody has passed away recently, and a few discussing a trip now that they have, the means to do so, or perhaps coming together to honor someone's passing as well. The Chariot's upright in a bold move to move or travel or visit, defenseless to the energies and or attacks, choosing a new path but with anxieties about it. Wounds of being stuck on a ship coming up, like I said, being nauseous, dirty, stranded, dying, lost at sea, and held captive in the hull or the dregs, and fending off attacks that would sink the ship, whether on water or land ho, stuck in a jam at 5:05, which is a whole lot of change. But 5 and 5 add up to 10, which becomes that then new beginning. And 5 is also the Hierophant, freedom, change, expansion. Hiding behind curtains, why they were so heavy back then, and Akashic records, the lookout tower, being able to foresee what is coming in order to be prepared. Trust comes up here, and that's really important about trusting yourself, right? We don't need to be so prepared if you trust yourself in every moment, because then you can be present at the moment, knowing if this resonates with you or if it doesn't, to walk away. Underneath that is unrequited love and the need to trust after unrequited love. Trust yourself. Recovery without help. With the Knight of Cups reversed, perhaps unstable, moving, visiting, or fixing up a house. Reminiscing with a soulmate. High Priestess with the keys. No more circle of trust, but always a circle of love with soulmates and siblings, always connected and talking about getting together, sharing pictures of pets perhaps. Synchronicities coming up with number 87, and beneath that, follow your dreams with number 85. Unending with the Queen of Cups reversed, or Scorpio reversed. Now she was upright in most of the read, but in the underlying energies here, the Queen of Cups was reversed. So this could be a different person, or it could be just the negative side of the Queen of Cups that is in the read. And that would typically be, Cancer, Scorpio, or Cancer, but it can just be someone who's also normally very loving, kind, and intuitive. They could just have a lot of water in their chart, but not necessarily have that sun sign. So unending Queen of Cups reversed, or she could be a Scorpio reversed here, not sharing, something unfair, or too much exchange or travel, perhaps one-sided. Coming together at work with the King of Wands to get a closer look, or site visits. The King of Wands on fire at work with lots of irons on that fire, presses, lathes, vice grips, tightening the screws, or oven or kiln work, or burning through money here. Imbalanced exchange between the Queen of Cups reversed and the King of Wands upright. And the King of Wands is all about that fire energy and the man of passion. He could be Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries, but he also could just be someone with a lot of fire in their chart. The King of Wands is working over the King of Swords reversed, coming together with hostage situation or anxieties with the High Priestess with the keys to the synchronicities. In the underlying energy, prefacing all this, was the Ten of Pentacles upright and the Queen of Pentacles reversed. And that can indicate a very wealthy environment of family, business, or community, and the Queen of Pentacles either spending that money or being all about the money, and not being of heart at all, or just ungrounded about it. Left with the Queen of Pentacles reversed, ungrounded, spending, or all about the money. And then going forward after the read is the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles reversed, receiving an offer of big love at the new moon from the Knight of Wands, High Priestess or Viking Princess or Twin, or choosing a new direction. In the recent past is the Strength card upright. And remember, the High Priestess can be Pisces as well. The recent past is Strength, or Leo, kids, pets, romance, all of that kind of energy comes up with the Leo or Strength card. Running away, stealing, or cheating on the Hierophant, marriage, religion, or establishment, or Taurus. Star or dreams, and or an Aquarius here. Moving, visiting, fixing up the house with the Queen of Pentacles upright, not sharing their frustrations of a marriage or their commitments, or the Page of Wands reversed, child commitment, maybe defenseless to temptation, or Capricorn, codependent, Queen of Swords upright, speaking her truth in the pursuit of happiness and the impossible dream at 632, which is the 6 of the lovers, the 32 of the journeyman or the journey, bringing in good news. The foundation is the Chariot, in a bold movement to come together and recover, to fall and meet under the radar and pacify each other. Cancer upright, Aries reversed, and Leo upright here. The central energy is the Queen of Cups upright, the woman of the hour, sovereign magnet, unapproachable, to the wounded warrior who's needing to swallow their pride or perhaps spoke too soon, not heeding the call, perhaps having poor judgment, or still deliberating in the pursuit of happiness, which obviously isn't getting them anywhere. The challenge being the hanging man upright, hanging out with X and kids, or X and twin at the same time, or without affection, one-to-one here, no longer confused, dumping emotional attachments to sleep or the awakening. Perpetual slumber of the Queen of Wands reversed, not telling their true desires, as the Magician's reversed, perhaps some insecurities or manipulations here, or just not having the tools to deal with the situation, or physically, literally, not having tools to do what you need to do. 640 is the Lovers and the Page of Cups, moving to peace with perhaps driving kids back and forth or going on vacation. The Knight of Pentacles reversed, stuck, stubborn, unable to function, and the Ten of Cups happy ending with the Hierophant, perhaps a narcissistic Hierophant energy, which can be a marriage, a religion, or an establishment, or all business relationship that's not working out, in a twist of fate, and the wounded warrior emotionally fulfilled or in a happy ending by the past, or looking back and walking away with clarity about a sovereign or your own sovereignty. Now is the Indigo reversed, insecure, and talking behind the Queen of Swords' back. She's upright here, or perhaps stabbing her in the back. There's some arrogance or depression coming up here, feeling left behind in the cold, perhaps up nights working. Holding on to the Emperor reversed, could be Virgo, Gemini, Aquarius, Aries all reversed, or Cancer upright here. Perhaps Cancer and Aquarius are out in the cold due to the Emperor reversed, out of control, insecure, without tools, and perhaps being manipulative, perhaps a stubborn bull. The Five of Wands is conflict with flame and sex, walking away from the battle to end the war, and face stubborn bull and hand out, and burn the past for a new passion. Two of Cups lovers here, and then the King of Swords reversed, receiving a message of sitting on the fence, being directed at the gate, suffering in silence to end the nightmare by looking at all the angles, or kids stepping up to communicate and be good students. It's like it's like all of a sudden the King of Swords reversed is depressed, and the kids are now being really good to try to make them speak or be happy again. The kids being good students to make the King of Swords reversed feel better, or to get him to talk to them again. Perhaps about sunshine or vacation, kids, pets, or a lover that makes him happy, but feeling castrated by marking their territory. With the Page of Wands reversed, perhaps frustrated boy. Overindulging child gone wild, on vacation or out in the sun, overdoing it, backpedaling with the King of Pentacles reversed, and the Hermit shedding light on the King of Pentacles reversed for the Empress upright. And the King of Pentacles could be Virgo or Taurus here. Or this is a mother counseling their son about frivolous spending. And soon is the Knight of Pentacles reversed, coming full circle after a sudden event, or resisting sudden changes. Fully exposed in the never-ending story, and the fallen angel, losing patience with the worst being over, of grounding and integrating a message of love and boredom. Apathy, hanging out, deliberating, or holding back an announcement. Scorpio reversed, Leo upright, Pisces upright, Sag reversed, Capricorn upright, and Aquarius reversed here. The twin flames seeing themselves as the King of Cups reversed, which is conditions of love, but also could be someone who's emotionally detached, emotionally unavailable, or the other side of the spectrum, which is that, over-emotionalism and perhaps drinking or alcoholism. Working too hard to resist the Page of Cups, message of love, or child. The workplace coming together with X or without affection, with clarity about the Two of Cups connection, overworking as part of the family, business, or community dysfunction or loss that's not working out. Being partners with X or without affection apparently is not working. Or no affection between the King of Cups reversed and the Page of Cups upright, which can be a father and child, where the child's always trying to seek their love because they're never willing to give it. Chemistry comes up here, codependency, reconciliation, and heart-to-heart conversations. Around the twins, or how they're seen, is the twin flames, or around the twins, or how they're seen, is the Eight of Cups. And the number 28 is coming up here, which is the twin flames, the two flames. The 28 and walking away and within, the King of Cups reversed with the Six of Cups kids in happy ending or emotionally fulfilled and over it now. With the Knight of Cups reversed, perhaps their jealousies or insincerity or moods. Somebody's tired of somebody's moods. Or this can be father and child. And then the child's kids, so 3 generations. Kids getting along, but not the adults. Or fond memories between them. Or the King of Cups reversed has 1 older child and 2 younger from a previous or a newer marriage. And the block here for the twins being the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Wands and High Priestess living in the past, and the King of Wands looking at an offer that he had ignored or was apathetic about at 7:15, which is the Chariot and the Devil. And someone was just talking about online about the wound of apathy, the uncomfortableness of that, being uncomfortable inside your body, not knowing what to do next, which is why we've been programmed to just do, and when you don't know what to do next, it's a really uncomfortable feeling for us because we weren't taught to allow ourselves to just be present and be okay with just being and not doing. So there's that wound coming up as well. So rebirth comes up in patience, and beneath that was surrender. So surrender to the rebirthing and patience process, patience, authenticity. The Queen of Pentacles upright, depressed, or with Aquarius in their chart. The 10 of Cups family or cycle ending with the Knight of Wands upright, with a new passion, running back. This could be football too, with a running back and the defensive end. The Page of Wands reversed, walking away with clarity and Independence Day. Done stretching and growing from the Frog to the Prince. The King of Pentacles reversed with guidance from the Hermit and the Empress, or Virgo and Taurus. Sovereign in separation and tempted by the Page of Cups and Queen of Cups, sending love, the Queen of Cups on top as the angels sing. Ah! The after-death Queen of Pentacles, overworked, receiving love from Twin and the King of Swords reversed, in Chariot with the King of Cups reversed, and walking away being strong and healthy for the Queen of Cups upright, challenged by hanging out or left hung out to dry by the Knight of Pentacles reversed, that stubborn bull energy. At the 3 of Pentacles workplace, insecure with the 10 of Cups, emotional cycle ending with Sovereign graduating and separating from the Devil, Capricorn, and or their temptations or their ball and chain, with the Page of Cups and a message of love, with an open heart to all of the world. The Queen of Cups on top. The King of Swords reversed, strong at work, moving or traveling to the Queen of Cups, challenged by hanging out. Insecure without the tools, the King of Cups is reversed and the Knight of Pentacles is reversed. Emotional issues and unable to function, conditions of love and stubborn mule energy, or just feeling stuck or an inability to function, walking away from the workplace and family, done growing up in a war zone, now sovereign and healing the shadow to be innocent again with an open heart at 7:27. So this can represent children, leaving the home. It can represent adults leaving each other, right, in an abusive or a relationship that's not serving them, or a workplace that's abusive to them, right, truly finding their innocence again. Perhaps they were abused when they were young, and now realizing that all those wounds are coming back up to release and finding their innocence again. The Queen of Pentacles unhappy. It's like the Queen of Pentacles is unhappy despite all the abundance in her life. The Queen of Cups reversed with no end in sight. And then the Queen of Pentacles is upright, happy moving or flipping houses. And the Queen of Cups is happy on top inside of her heart with child or birthing a message of love. So it's showing this transformation or transition of what everyone thought would make them happy, right, eventually in life, and then getting what they thought would make them happy and then realizing what really does make them happy and then moving into that energy, right? It's not all about being the richest or the most beautiful or the most successful in the world's eyes. It has to do with your eyes, your perspective, and what makes you happy every day. Because if you're successful in the world's eyes, but you're not doing what makes you happy every day, well, who cares? There's no happiness there. So it makes life very difficult and painful. But if you're doing what truly makes you happy in every moment, there's no pain there. There's just love and abundance. And how can you do what you do and not eventually become abundant? So there's definitely a message there. And I love this read too, because although I'm Virgo, so normally a Queen of Pentacles would represent me, in my numerology chart, my soul number is 38, which is the Queen of Cups. But it's also my daughter, who's a Pisces today. And my son's Scorpio with Pisces moon. So there's a lot of that. My rising sign's Cancer. So the three of us have Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces all together. So there's a lot about water signs coming up today. And the emotions and love of that energy, because water signs are very affectionate people. And allowing I was just getting infection, allowing that infectious affection to come into your life. Okay, so I have a bunch more signs to do still for my astrological read. So I'm just gonna make this pretty quick, but I am gonna pull some oracle cards for you now on takeaway. I have some union reads I did too. There's at least one that had really significant messages in it that I want to bring to you still, that I did the day before yesterday. So if I have time later today, I'll post that one as well. It was some very interesting. It was not a long one, but very interesting messages. The symbology of the 7 circles coming together, but not in the usual pattern of the 6 circles plus the circle in the middle, with the flower of life. It was like they were more condensed and they actually become the Merkaba in the middle. So I guess I'll get into that when I do the union read. But let's see what the energy deck has to say for everybody watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know and learn about the read that I just presented? What is our takeaway from that? Let's clear all blocks to positive energy flow in all chakra layers, auric layers, grounding and galactic cords across all dimensions of time, space, matter, and realities for the highest good of all is concerned, and fill that empty space with only beautiful divine love and diamond crystalline light. And so it is. And I didn't do my singing bowls. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath before I pull these cards. All right, let's see what the energy deck has to say for us. What is our takeaway here for this twin flame read today? There we go. The broken heart. And remember, that's the expansion. In order for the heart to expand, it needs to crack and be stretched. And that's what we've been doing. But it's saying, you did it. The 9 of the Hermit, and the showing the appreciation for your shadow side. The 15 of the shadow, and the 9 of the Hermit. This is what you've been doing all this while. And what I just discussed, achieving your dreams and realizing it wasn't what everyone made it out to be. It's just more about you and your true happiness, that there are always adjacent possibilities with the 24. 41 is the self-love, spiritual love, and new love. And then the 24 of the Queen of Wands, perhaps lighting a fire under yourself, your true passions. And when one window falls out, there's always another window or door to open. There's always other possibilities. And the Queen of Wands represents the passionate woman, being creative and creativity is a big one here for the twins. It's all about co-creation, getting those creative juices flowing. And then the 50 of emotional fulfillment and contentment, being strong, the angel of strength. Okay, so the bottom of the deck is all about yin yang. So the balance of the 22, the fool's journey. It's like coming to completion, taking that leap of faith, opening your heart and running with it is what I'm getting right now. Beneath that is the 44 of the woman's heart. Again, can be that apathy of that 4 of Cups card, grounding and integrating and mastering of love. The point of being still is time to ground and integrate and just love yourself. Focus on parts of your body that aren't feeling good, sending them love, sending your inner child love. There's a reason for being still. It's not to feel uncomfortable. And then we have the 53 of the Knight of Swords, the Magician in the mirror, right, with all of his tools on board. But it's like not knowing what to do with them, perhaps. And there's that infinity of the 8 again. So opening up all those channels, but perhaps not always knowing what to do with them and feeling stuck, with that apathy energy, not knowing what to do with the offer or the gifts that have been given you. And it's just right now about finding the balance of you, the light and the shadow, and alchemizing, merging them to the middle, staying in that 0 point, the point of creation. Let's see what the journey of love says here today. From that yin yang card too, I'm getting the sine wave again. The line in the middle of this card is literally half of the 8, right? So you have one side and then the other 8, right? And the two energies wrapping themselves around each other very much look like, dolphins or whales or little fish. And I just said that the 8 is the 2 fish of Jesus coming together. So here's the 2 fish coming together. All right, so let's see what the journey of love says. Okay, there's the yin-yang lover, the feminine bending over backwards. And there's the 8 again. It's all about the 8 and the sine wave, the kundalini. Being flexible, but with balance, right? So the feminine shouldn't have to do all the work and bend over backwards. It's a matter of, bringing both sides together, your inner masculine and feminine, and then the outer masculine and feminine. But the first, it has to be within your own, right? So the feminine will bend over backwards, so then you have to bring your masculine in. The 64 of the sensual awakening, the 64 is the 10 of swords, the ending of the pain to bring in the bliss when the swords fall out of the back. That's the bliss state of the release of the pain. And I'm getting a lot of chakra energy there. And again, the wrapping together. Okay, so this is the reason this was coming up with the fish together, because I was just talking about affection. To be infected by affection, to give hugs and kisses. It's a very romantic energy here. Okay? And there's that same energy coming up in here with all the swirls, swirling together. You're meant to meld together. And then we have she loves. This is all very feminine energy right here. Okay. It's like the feminine just playing with her, not playing with herself in that way, right? But just playing with her own inner child. It can be playing with yourself in any way that you like, right? We have sensual awakening here too. But it's really just about the feminine awakening to just enjoying herself, enjoying her inner child that she loves, and that's all she needs to know. The 61 is the taking a risk to love yourself first. And then we have the 68 of the Page of Pentacles to drop into your heart. And there's that chakra again. The energy circles. So, and again, the sine waves and the kundalini. And the next one coming out is the angel of Jupiter awakened, which is the 6 and the lovers with that same energy of the energy swirl, the coil. And as I'm talking about, they're so funny because they'll keep me going forever. Because of the coil, the spiral dance of the goddess, the 29. But saying 29 is the 3 of wands and being present. But as we get into this olive color, it's also the color of gangrene, right? And being choked off. If you spiral too much, it's like cutting off the circulation and turning green. And I just brought up nausea as a wound from being with chips for long periods of time. That's coming up again as well. So I want to look at all these cards together because there's patterns here that need to be seen. So it's like, you see the feminine's bending over backward within the vortex here. And I love that they use the human hair look there. It's all part of it, right? The human hair is like the sine waves. It's energy vehicles. And then we have the swirling together of everything, the printing presses. I always get the Muppets and hit the presses. I get this kind of energy. But the sensual awakening of feeling yourself, your hair's standing on end, realizing that your hair are one of your tools. Okay, and then allowing it to circulate and percolate in the same sensual awakening, and then sending it outward to others. You know what you've manifested inside you. And there's the swirls coming in, right? So they come out just like her hair was coming out inside the vortex. She has to process that, and then she puts it out to the world. And then there's the energy of the shell and the chakra, the energetic coils of dropping into your heart, right? Heart and high heart with the green and the magenta. And the Page of Pentacles is learning to manifest. And you see they're the same pattern, the same coiling of the energy here. And here's the feminines here with the hair in the heart energies. And then the colors change as she flows, and her confidence develops, and she's dropping out into her lower heart and her solar plexus here, awakening her confidence by getting more into the masculine energy. But saying be careful of circling too much, because you don't want to get choked off when you get to the sacral chakra, which is your energy center, right? It's the center of creation, the spiral dance of the goddess. Remember that you want to flow back and forth. You don't want to flow in circles, because that's how something dies off. It gets choked. Okay, and you notice too, as they're giving this message, they're going down from the high heart to the heart, to the heart to the solar plexus, and then going into a green sacral chakra, which is, orangey colors normally. And this can represent, the fallopian tubes and the ovary, right? You want to find the pearl. Maybe the pearl is of the circling, because when you choke, you're put into a near-death situation, which then produces something beautiful that you never would have seen otherwise. So there's a message there as well. The bottom of the deck is that pearl, the soft. So again, the pearl is what becomes from the bacteria that gets inside the oyster or the clam. And that's what the clam does to protect itself from that bacteria. It becomes a pearl. So there's always that positivity, right, in the difficult situation, in the stretching of the heartbreak that had to stretch and then heal again in order to be bigger and be able to take on more and give more. The soft of it, the pearl. And the pearl comes up as the fat of the human too. The fat of the human is there to protect you from yourself, right? When you reject yourself, the fat stays on. It wants to protect you from yourself. It's the same thing as the pearl. So remember that. Fat was coming up too. The wounds around fat isn't just a beauty thing. It's about starvation. I mean, obviously it's about beauty and people wanting to be perfect, and it's hard to see everybody airbrushed on TV and not being able to live up to that, right? But more so here was coming up starvation. All of us have starved in previous lives. So there's a big wound of not thinking that you won't have enough food. So homelessness, starvation, being destitute, left out, abandoned, rejected, all of that stuff is really big right now. And there's a lot of big wounding around the ship regarding that as well, right? Because so many people were trying to get to a better world by a ship, which then tortured them on the way, right? So again, that was another birthing process. So, and just really feel into that, see what might come up for you, and allow it all. All right, so we have the yin yang lover, the 8 coming up. So let's see what number 8 says. Number 8, the force of attraction is stronger than your conscious control. There's no need to fight this inner genius. You can learn to speak its language instead. What is it that captures you, that pulls you close, that holds so much light for you? Why fight it? Don't step away from what you really love to grab hold of a second prize. Why not claim your first prize? It is there waiting for you. It is yours alone, beloved. No one else can claim your own divine birthright for you. Be yielding and let your desire fill your body, your heart, and your mind. You don't have to fight for what is already yours. It will come to you through the field of attraction that emanates from your own heart. It is not a question of worthiness or deservedness. It is not a question of trying to work out what you need or want. Your heart always knows, so stay present, listen. If you still can't hear, then just feel. You'll get the gist of it soon enough. This oracle has a message for you, no matter whether you seem to be heading closer to your goal or further away. You are making real spiritual progress, and what you want is the same thing that is wanting you. What you are seeking is seeking you. It's only a matter of time before you get it. The poem reads, "The moment when to fill my heart again is measured not in time or sweet remorse, nor tears that wash away unbridled pain, or morning's light which sings its soft retort. Such love has slept through storm and winters long, no call could break the stillness's embrace, or hasten change before the season's song unfurls its melody and words so chaste. Empowered thus I found myself compelled to cast aside emotions dormant still. My feelings spoke from depths the answer welled, no need or past the emptiness to fill. At one our touch has opened hearts anew, of patience born, there waits a love so true." And the next card is actually the heart of God. Okay, guys. Make sure you drink your water, get your rest, get your joy, get your nature. Enjoy your day, guys. Do what you love to do. Rise and be loved. Bye.